Shout out to all the people looking for jobs. Just don't take the ones I'm looking for.
For fuck's sake. Okay, so last night.
Good luck to everybody looking for a job right now.
Yeah, I saw this morning that the Republican governor of, I don't remember which state, but he's ending the federal unemployment extras. He's just saying no more of this because the state is going through such a worker shortage. And I've seen this from lots of my friends in other states, like, why are you still on unemployment if there's so many jobs available? Everywhere you go, they're hiring. The problem is that getting the $600 a week unemployment benefit is sometimes twice as much as you can get with these other jobs. And a friend of mine who's a waitress in Alabama, she makes like $2 and
Alabama.
She makes like $2 and 70 cents an hour. And she was complaining, please be nice to your waitresses, we don't have enough staff and I was the only one working and people are getting upset. I don't understand why all these people are not, applying for jobs. I worked, 90 hours this week and my paycheck was $9. That's why they're not applying for these jobs. They're not paying people a living wage, but yet they want them.
They haven't ever paid people a living wage in the food industry.
Wasn't
that Herman Cain that came out against the restaurant industry getting a pay raise to a livable wage? Wasn't he against that? Wasn't that his group against that?
I think so.
Uh-huh.
He's dead now, so
Sure is.
That's what you get for supporting Trump.
But I mean, the restaurant industry as a whole does not pay wait staff the right amount. It shouldn't be.
They don't even pay
be
dishwashers the right amount.
Well, I guess my point here is they're basically saying give good service and the people will pay you through tips.
But that's not always the case.
Not right. What if it's not busy? What if it's a dead night? What if it's like, no, that shouldn't be. What it should be is you get paid a base salary that is a livable wage, and then if you do a good job, 1, you keep your job. 2, you get a little bit extra because every other job has bonuses. Why is it not looked at like a bonus
China,
for doing a good job?
In China, you don't tip in a restaurant. You don't tip anywhere because it's considered offensive to the business owner, because that means that you think that the person doing the waiting on you isn't getting paid enough from the owner, and it's the owner's job to pay their staff enough money. So that's why you don't tip in China. Because if you try to give the waiter or waitress money, or the hairstylist or whatever, you try to give them extra, you're indicating that the owner isn't doing their job. But in the US, the owner tries to pay as little as possible, work the worker as much as possible, and then blame the worker if they don't get enough money to survive on.
FYI, that's what it's like in Egypt.
Yep. But Egypt is seen as a developing country?
Yeah, I
don't understand.
I am so having a problem with the idea of emerging, developing, first world, third world. I've never heard of anybody being in the second world.
Right.
I'm having big problems with those terms because really, China's not in the third world, and it's not an emerging market, and what was the other word? What was the other word that you just said? It's not developing.
Yeah, this is considered, Egypt is considered a developing or emerging low middle income economy.
Yeah, but it's not, I don't even think it's that far ahead.
How is that even possible, considering you have people work like us who are working 48 hours a week?
Okay, we don't count in any of these stats.
No, but we make a lot of money here. We did. According to...
Compared to...
the locals.
Yeah, of course. But that's
And we
Not
were, if
always.
we were making a lot of money here, and we're making $600 a month, and we can barely survive on that, how is it a developing or emerging low to middle income
I
economy?
think that's exactly what you just described, Karen.
They're making much less than us. We had coworkers who were
No, you literally said it.
lower to middle income.
Right, lower to middle. That means middle is the high. Yeah. People. Yeah. I'm just getting water.
There's fruit water in the sink or in the refrigerator, but you need to pour the thing over the sink if you want to pour it, because it dribbles.
There's dribblage?
Yeah,
Why is there dribblage?
I don't know.
Alright, so you got a list?
I don't. I've been busy this week.
Doing what?
I've been applying for jobs again. Yesterday, I spent 45 minutes. First, the website said, okay, please upload your resume. I upload the resume. Upload your cover letter. Upload your cover letter. Upload your references. Uploaded the references. Then it populates all the little fields, which is one of the things I said, okay, great, let's do this. But then the information wasn't correct. It wasn't in the right order, so then I had to go back and fix it, and then it would ask, what's the school's address? What's their phone number? Who's your supervisor? Can we contact the supervisor? Blah, blah, blah. For every single one of your things all the way back to 2010. Then you get to the bottom and it says, please upload your transcript. So I ended up closing the computer after waiting 30 minutes and the transcript had still not uploaded. I had started the transcript, let it go for a few minutes, and it wasn't going, like it was still uploading. Went and took my shower, came back, and it still wasn't finished, and I was like, forget it, I'm going to bed, it's 1 a.m. I'm tired. And because you have all these schools in different countries, a lot of the times it wouldn't accept the address. It kept telling me the address was incorrect, even though I had gone to Google and gotten the correct address for each place. And so some of them, if it wouldn't accept it, like Mexico, it wouldn't accept the Tlalnepantla address. I just typed in the address in capitals, Mexico, and it took that, but it wouldn't take the actual street address, which was weird.
Yeah, it seems like we're almost dealing with like 80s, early 90s technology when it comes to filling out these kinds of forms. We shouldn't be filling them out this way anymore. I get that they want someone else to do the data entry, but I don't see the point of it. I don't see why this is happening the way this is happening anymore. It's not necessary for it to be this way.
Some of them are really easy, like because I use this one particular site for all the places in the U.S. that I've been applying. Some of them, it'll allow you to apply through the website. So you just put in the information, you click your saved documents, and push apply, and that's that. It takes 30 seconds. But other times it'll say apply on the school website. And to be honest, there was a point when I was applying for 40 or 50 jobs in a day, and I just skipped those ones. I said I'll come back to them if they're still available. So when I did go back to them, some of them were that 45-minute process per page. Some of them were as simple as upload your resume. And I'm thinking, why couldn't you have just done that from the other site? You pay for the advertisement on that site. Why not
Make it easy.
Right. Why make me go to another link, open another page, create an account for your school? Because many of them, I have to create another profile for that school.
Make it easy. I don't understand why they won't make it easy.
And I read yesterday that
how does that help your business to make it difficult for people to apply to work for you?
Right. I was reading yesterday about the teacher shortage
Yeah, right.
globally.
Yeah, right. I don't believe it. I think it's all a bunch of bullshit.
Me too, because I've now applied for 500 something jobs. Aaron still doesn't have a job.
I don't buy the whole teacher shortage thing. I don't think it's honest. I think some schools might need teachers, but when they talk about, oh, there's a shortage of teachers in the world, it's like, no, there isn't. People don't want to go into teaching because maybe they're not making enough money to teach and live where they are. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
And if you're choosing a career, I'd say for most men, teaching is really not on the radar. Because it's not a moneymaker. It's a whole lot of school, though. Teachers go to school as much as doctors.
One of the things
but don't get paid like doctors.
One of the things that they said was contributing to the shortage now is that there is an increased need. There are increased amount of students. There are a lot of...
I don't get that. How can there be an increase in students and birth rates have been going down for the last 20 years?
I don't understand that either. There's also not as many...
Doesn't even make sense.
There's not as many teachers coming out of university.
That's what I'm saying. If you're making a decision about what you're going to study for that job, teaching is not one of the things that people want to study because it's not a moneymaker.
They said that around 80% of California school districts are short because teachers are retiring, because of COVID deaths, because they don't have enough students or teachers graduating from the universities.
But you got all these teachers all over, the people that have been teaching for 10, 15, 20 years, been in the classroom, but you won't hire them. People that are willing to teach, and you won't hire them because they don't have a master's degree or they didn't go through teacher education, but they've been teaching, which means they literally had on-the-job training, which used to be worth something.
Yep.
The idea that you take an experienced person and now you can mold them to your system and they're used to being molded into systems, that should be a benefit. But see, unfortunately, we had a glut of teachers for a while, so then schools never saw it as necessary to do that.
Right, and now they're complaining there's a shortage, but they don't want to take any steps to make it easier for qualified individuals to get into the classroom.
I don't know why they won't. I guess that's my problem is, why not say, make it part of the package? Yes, we want to hire you. We think that you'll be great in our system. You're going to take half a load or 3/4 of a load of students, and we have a contract with this university, and you can do the teacher training things that are necessary for our particular state, because that's usually where the problem comes in. It's the state that is dictating what teachers must have in order to teach in the schools. Yep. Instead of the school saying these are our needs, and why not stop that process where the state is saying, you must have XYZ. Why not just go back and say, look, if we're in a shortage area, let's get everybody that we can get and get them trained. Sure, some of them won't stay, but then maybe they have other abilities because of their life of work that maybe they stay in education, but they don't stay in the classroom.
Well, and I think one of the things that is so difficult for teachers, say if you are certified in Michigan and you find a job in Colorado, you now have to go through another process and pay another set of fees to get a teaching certification in Colorado, because one from Michigan is not valid in Colorado. It's the United States of America, but every state has their own teaching certification and they are not transferable.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And to expect adults, with or without children, to work for free for a year in order to then pay to take the exam to get the test score saying yes they can be a teacher, and then to go to pay another $40 to $200 depending on the state for the actual certificate is ridiculous. You have a shortage, but you have teachers, like I have friends who have been teaching for 10, 15 years, and they want to move out of state, but they're going to change careers because they don't want to go through all that again.
Yeah.
They don't want to take the tests again. They don't want to pay the money again.
Yeah, it shouldn't, like, you went to school for English, you went through the education things. The education that you're providing is not different in all the 50 states. It really is not different. They do have different systems. They do have some different pieces of their chosen curriculum, but you learn that when you get there. But if you're a teacher, that's not really the thing, that you have to really worry about. You're already able to take that information and teach it to a child or a teenager. That's why I don't believe the whole shortage thing. I think it's something that they say, because I think if they say there's a shortage, it benefits the school in some way. I'm not really sure how. But I think it does. Maybe it means that they can do something with pay or benefits or something, or, each state can do something. I really don't know why, because to sit there and say there's a shortage but you're not hiring doesn't make any sense. That would make me think that there is no shortage. It's like saying I need water, but you won't drink any. Then why are you talking about needing it then? So, yeah, there is that. Anything? Nothing? If you want to follow the Traveling Farrs, you can find us at the YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, iTunes, Spotify, or wherever awesome podcasts like ours. We're the only podcast talking about anything good. We are the Traveling Farrs. If you like the Instagram or the Twitters, Traveling Farrs, and the email if you want to send something to the mommy person, travelingfars@gmail.com, and the blog space where all going back to the first podcast, the lists, number 1, 2017. That's right, we've been doing this since 2017. The travelingfars.blueberry.net. No E's in the blueberry.
And don't forget to check out our Patreon, patreon.com/thetravelingfars.
And you can find us on GoFundMe at the Traveling Farrs.
And the Cash App.
$, the Traveling Farrs.
And any other place they can send us money?
PayPal, Traveling Farrs. I think that's it.
Please, go to the Patreon. I did not add tiers yet, but I'm thinking about adding a tier above the top tier. Just to, for all y'all out there who are truly balling. Balling. Not balling. Balling. The ballers.
Wow.
I asked a question today. I think it was today. Is anybody still ghetto fabulous? And then I found a picture of Halle Berry from Bats.
Here's your new controller.
It's very funny. Power A, but that's not Nintendo. Power A wireless controller for Nintendo Switch.
It's Amazon's choice.
It's an Amazon's choice. $47.
It is Nintendo.
I'm in the Nintendo shop.
It's Nintendo licensed.
Animal Crossing.
White. Zelda. Pokemon.
Look, man.
Pokemon. And all matte black.
Ooh, what's up, Matt Black?
With the shiny D-pad. Fancy.
All right, that's it. We're out of here. Say goodbye to people.
Bye, folks.
Bye.
Say goodbye to people.
I'ma stand for a while because my butt hurt.
Peace.